Hello, hello. It has been a hot minute, has it not? Welcome back, everyone. Hello, why is my thing not loading up?
Okay, let me go ahead and start messing with the sound balancing.
Why is Roll20 not showing up? You bitch.
I love Jay's new avatar.
That was a bit of an acceleration. All right, let's see. Let's open this up and
There you go.
let's start the scene setting up.
Oh, yes, the
Oh,
wop.
the Snorlax with the hat wop. Yes.
The new wop.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
confused for a moment, like, wait, he has a new avatar? No, it's just you haven't seen this one yet.
Yes. It is
It's new to me.
Yes, it's new to you. It's very good though. I had fun with that one.
You guys actually are seeing something on Roll20. I think my Roll20 might have frozen on me.
Oh no.
Oh, unfortunate.
It's been doing that
just saved
lately,
it
but
again.
do see if you can. But here, let's see if a focus ping drags you into seeing anything.
Nah,
It did in fact drag me, which is nice.
I could not actually like move anything on my Roll20, so I had to reload.
Oh jeez.
Rip.
Oh dear.
Yeah, because I
Oh,
literally like I tried to like see if I could click on anything. It wasn't clicking on anything, so anyway, I'm back now.
Oh damn it, I need so many of those. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna make all my ingots then. Alright.
Oh. Welcome to the restart of Chaos Loosely Around the Golden Vault, Set 4, Prisoner 13.
I'm getting a little echo off of you, Ink.
Yes, there seems to be a repeat. I'm checking if that's mine or somebody else. Does that sound better?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Some days have passed since, well, a lot of days have passed since the successful conclusion of the Colt incident, the dealing with the Halloween shenanigans, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if that counts as in continuity.
You mean our collective trip that we are all thinking was just a really bad night partying individually?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
But Clayton is still trying to convince Ari he just drunk and dreamed.
Knock it off.
Sorry, little brother. This is what you signed on for.
Mm. Shaking my damn head.
Did you at least get laid in your dream?
No.
Damn.
Right?
Terrible dream then.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's not a dream. It is nothing.
Just
Clayton is just
there silently like Ick.
There is a good
big skeleton.
It's a really big skeleton, and I wanted to hack its leg off. I mean, what?
Sometime later, you are gathered towards the dark dancer with some relatively normal news. Namely, of course, another signal of recruitment. So, Nira seems, if much as anything else, a little bit tired this day. I've been a little busy, operatives, but I think it's high time that we get you on a fresh mission. Here, if you're up for this, the challenge will be the investigation of the notorious prison Revel's End. You need to figure out how to access the treasure from a specific prisoner inside, and return it to our client. At this
And
point,
who is
a
that client?
finely dressed noble steps in.
Absolutely listening.
Uh, well, it's damn it. Look, you start that gag, I have to keep going. For the record, for those not for our observers, Clayton made the joke. You know, I'm feeling a sense of deja vu, which is indeed yes. We are rebooting from the briefing because we've lost an entire month and changed to a wide variety of circumstances that can largely be defined as ham hell.
Ham
Yeah.
hell, ham hell.
Am hell.
Highly marketable plushie distraction.
Mm.
You can see a little bit of it behind me. Oh dear, I forgot about that part.
She's so cute. What a perfect little Rita. She's so cute.
They actually
have
did
that.
have. They did have official
I-
plushies, yeah.
I actually,
yeah, they
I don't
did
know where.
Yuri, Flynn,
I don't.
and
I
Rita.
don't know where it is, but I do actually have the Yuri plushie from that set.
Oh,
Same.
and Mila
Plushie distraction.
Maxwell. Yeah, they have 3 Vesperia characters and the head and one of the leads of Zelia.
And they had magnets in their hands. At least I think Rita and,
Uh-huh.
and Yuri did, where they have their weapons that you can take on and off of them. Little plushy chibi weapons.
Yep.
Yes,
They're so cute.
it's beautiful.
Mhm.
I'm sure
Um,
I'm sure he's in one of our plushie boxes. I know we did not leave the place without him.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah,
I wouldn't have.
No.
Yeah.
I would
I've got
refuse to
Yuri in a
leave without him.
drawer.
Let's see if I can find a useful, usable image. Okay. Is this related? No, that person generated shit with AI. Never mind.
Mm-mm.
A dwarven man approaches at this point. Perhaps I should be the one to explain. His braided hair and beard are black with streaks of gray, and his robe is loose and clearly being worn over a steel breastplate. His name is Varin Axebreaker of the Axebreaker clan, and I have a bit, and I need your assistance. See, a large amount of wealth was stolen from the clan years ago, and we found the vault it's in. The problem is, the vault is magically locked. We're looking to recover the key, whatever it might be. Succeed, and you'll gain significant gratitude, and of course, a percentage of the recovered loot. The problem is that the person who knows how to open a vault, i.e. the thief who stole it in the first place, is rotting away on a long sentence in the prison of Revel's End. She's been uncooperative in the past, but now that I know where the vault is, we're hoping we're going to be able to get a little more this time. Needed to question her and learn how to open the vault. How you do it is up to you. If you need to spring her from the prison, then so be it. I can provide you a way in, as well as a map of the layout and a couple tricks. Or correction, he actually doesn't say the couple tricks part. No, that's when a certain familiar other noble comes in. Whoop. Wow. Seems I was beaten in here. comes the
Oh.
comes a certain voice
Oh, must be my
of
birthday.
the Luskan ambassador.
Don't worry, we're all feeling a little sluggish for some reason.
Tell me about it. You deal with. Don't get me started on some of the weird shit in Undermountain. Anyways, Renate pulls out a faceted sapphire the size of, honestly, a small orange, and sets it on the back table. Waving her hand over it, a glowing blue image of a building floor plan appears. Let's see. I believe that I previously shared this to all of you, but here's a reshow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's familiar. I mean, weird things from dreams.
Mhm.
Reminder that Lady Renate Kessler, you know that she was involved in some shit that happened here in Waterdeep a few years back, and possibly some more shit that's still happening underneath Waterdeep. And yeah, making a satire based on her family, all of whom besides her are dead, by the way. They have stuck in her craw a little bit. But she does seem to be the one who has referred Varin to the Golden Vault. And just as important, she continues speaking, tapping the gem to make the image vanish. There's a couple tools that this will help. First, the gem splits into sections. Take the little bit of a dramatic trick I may have stolen from a certain individual. She may be referring to the legendary Mad Mage himself, Aleister Blackcloak, but it's not clear. Grab one of those shards, and you can, if you grip it in your hand, it'll melt into your hand. This will let you see this map whenever you think about it. Could be useful. It is not, however, a live state of things, and there's possibly things that are missing. Nonetheless, it's as good as I'm able to get as a fish with the assistance of the most recent individuals to join the prison council. She is choosing not to specify, but anyone who gives me a history check to know the recent news, you will have a bit of clarification.
There I am.
I have to get my my character sheet up again.
Yep.
Mitney's had a bit much to drink already, apparently.
And that's a history check.
Yes. I'm really using that instead of recent news.
Okay, they've changed things around just a little bit. I'm no longer at the top. It tried to let me open a new character introduction. I probably should be able to do that.
Yeah, I was further down below, which was...
Mm.
Ouch!
Ari, the most recent city to join is clearly Neverwinter, right?
Totally Neverwinter. I may have hit my head somewhere along the way.
Well, clearly the brothers have been drinking the same thing, because...
The good news is you have at least one person with the right answer, but Jamisha,
Uh-huh.
how about you roll it and let's see if there's two?
I wasn't gonna roll because I don't think history is even something that she would have a lot of staying, so why would she roll for it? But
Well, in this
okay.
case, I'm using history to represent relatively recent news.
Mhm.
Which is something she might have had
Yeah.
some interest in.
Also, it's always
Okay.
fun to just fucking roll for it just to see what happens.
Okay. Well, I gotta find my damn character sheet again.
Yeah, again, it's in a
Yeah.
weird spot now.
Yeah.
I see it.
She's either going to roll brilliantly or she's going to roll with the idiots.
I'm probably gonna roll with the idiots. Why? History. Yeah, I got a 0. I get 0 pluses, so.
Click it
Yeah,
anyway. Let's see
you
what
may as
happens.
well. Oh no.
Risha, you are absolutely sure that Waterdeep is the most recent city to join in.
And now Jamisha.
Told you there was no point in me rolling.
now Jamisha
No,
and
no.
Ari are arguing about that.
Yes, there was. Huber.
Yes, there was.
Exactly. Yeah.
Honey. Understand.
I never said I was smart. I don't usually roll for smart things.
Yes, but sometimes it's funnier to get something gloriously wrong.
Mhm.
Just saying. But
It is pretty funny.
eventually, Archivist, you are the one who happens to know this because it happened only about a year ago. In the wake of the renormalization of the relationship between Waterdeep and the recently in rebuilding port of city of Luskin, a former pirate haven, currently ruled by, well, it's supposedly kind of ad hoc, but you do know that the primary leadership would be centered around Bregan Darth, a legendary mercenary company with quite a few key of the most of the most significant surface or drow on the Sword Coast. Most particularly, of course, Darlaxle.
Mm.
He is who notably, Renate is the Luskan ambassador. You're approximately 65% sure this is not a coincidence. And Renate continues after a moment. I have got when I heard tell of this, when Varin was trying to collect information, he happened to end up catching wind from Bregan Darth, and they referred him in my direction. I, in turn, got with local leadership here and have collected what they are allowed to know, which is admittedly only so much. Part of the prison's security is that no one of the several sponsoring cities knows a lot of what's going on. But we got a few things. Possible map. This probably mostly inaccurate map, for example. Let's see, here's what I know. The prison staff, including guards, but also things like cooks and others rotate out periodically because, frankly, it is in the middle of the frozen wastes. No one wants to be stuck there for too long. Next rotation, I can arrange for you to be slipped in alongside. Let's see, our prisoner, officially recorded only as Prisoner 13. Trusted agent of Clan Axebreaker until she betrayed and stole its fortune. Feel free to interrupt with questions at any point during this, by the way.
Clayton, well, as I said, right now Clayton's just listening to the details and calculating hazard pay requests.
Mm.
Getting more info is always good before opening your big craw.
Yeah.
Let's see. We know that the prisoner either has the key or knows where it is, but everything we've tried to get the location of the key out of her has been unsuccessful. I'm guessing that she wants her freedom for it, but if you can get it any other way, that might be better. Absolution Council recently denied the request 4-1, to my surprise. Given that Clan X-Striker was actively pushing for this. The singular vote, by the way, was the singular vote in favor of absolution was the Lascani representative.
Clayton's just going to hold up his hand and say, so what you're telling me is that the other signing members have a vested interest in keeping her locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Very possible, but I'm not sure. If the way the council works, okay, checking the notes.
Why did you open that? Stop that. You saw nothing.
There's a total of 10 counselors. Though, frankly, not all of them are there most of the time. For this particular vote, only 5 happen to be present. The prison, not being particularly comfortable, is not a place that most want to stick around very, very often. Can you blame them?
Absolutely.
Currently, the active cities, actually it's a correction, 11, are Baldur's Gate, Mirabar, Neverwinter, Silvery Moon, Waterdeep, Yartar, the towns of Amphale, Daggerford, and Longsabble, and the Dwarven stronghold of Mithril Hall, who was not present for this vote, otherwise they would certainly have voted in favor of absolution, given a member clan was pushing for it. And, of course, Luskin. If you commit a serious crime against one or more of the member states, you get at least a year's sentence, you can be sent here. Anyways, here I know a few things about the security, but let's get to that in a minute. You could just try requesting a meeting with the prisoner, but the warden would certainly want to supervise. Your best, which would almost guarantee that said prisoner stays clammed the hell up. Best bet is to try when she's not around to guard. Prisoners are regularly assigned chores like latrine buckets, meal cleanup, and such, and they are allowed daily exercise in the courtyard. Finally, if they are injured or ill, they are taken to the prison's hospital. She points out locations on the map as it goes. Let's see, Fine, what did you say the cut you were proposing was? 2%, he says, of the resources of an entire clan. It's quite a bit, or it should be quite a bit. She could have just spent that much.
Clayton looks like he wants to say something, but he is biting his lip.
I'm assuming the lines in the chat, are basically gag tags.
Well,
because
more
as
like
funny as it
they're
would
not
be,
interjecting aloud.
because I'm just thinking, because Teresa puts that line, and all I can think of is Nate Ford. Oh, let's go seal a prison. For those who remember, leverage is an active influence on how I run this.
Yep.
I think we may be a little bit low of level to cast planar shift on the entire prison.
That sounds like fun.
Yes, readying that scale of a ritual seems like a very overkill and very bad idea. Especially because... Anyways,
So, with all of this said, Clayton is going to just scratch his cheek and say, and let me guess, once we get in, nobody knows us when we're there, and if we screw up, it's our asses.
Unfortunately, very plausible, Renate observes. That very
means,
will
yeah.
provide you... does have a plan for an escape, though. He's got his hands on a small ship, and if you can signal a light, if you shine a light from the dark after dock, we'll come for a quick pickup. Given that everything around is icy plains, then your bet that that's probably your best and only escape route.
Clayton's just going to pinch the bridge of his nose and say, "Shine a light after dark on the icy plains."
On the
And that's
dock, opposite the icy plains. North end of the map I provided earlier.
Was that said aloud? Because that is what Clayton is saying.
Varn clarifies, no, it's not going to be a land ship. The sea's on the north end.
I'm a little less worried about the state of the ship and a little more worried about shining a light in the evening in a freezing environment.
They won't have a lot of
Dark,
other options
in
to
the
get
dark.
you off.
May is like, yeah, firework, your usual wouldn't be super great at this situation.
No, I mean, we're already going to be playing with avoiding the guard's sight, but he's just going to wave it off and say, anyway, this is still planning phase, and I'm still listening.
We'll get you some. Anyways, the latest shift of crew will be coming from the Jolly Pelican in Luskin. We'll get you there nice and quick. If you can come in as fresh staff, and we'll get you there. It'll be a bit of a long journey, usually 3 days.
Now, that gives us time to get a few things straightened out. And we're going to be arriving with other guards, other guards and staff.
Mhm.
I believe the latest shipment, Renate clarifies, is 25 guards and 6 cooks. If you go that route, of course.
Mhm.
You could try to brave from alternate directions. If the prison's gate has gates at the north and south ends, if you bang on the door, you'll be admitted in. Your weapons will be removed, and you'll be brought to and you'll probably be sent right to the meeting room.
Clayton's just going to shake his head and say, "No, I think the route that keeps us armed is probably going to be our best bet."
Mhm.
I mean, the other route would be managing to make your way over the notoriously rather tall wall.
Mm.
Ryan
Clayton's
observes.
just going to smile at Jim and say, "Well, that is right up your alley. You could just climb straight over the wall in the freezing weather and get the rest of us in. What do you say?"
Spider Jim is now frozen.
What?
Does whatever. Frozen. Were you not paying attention at all?
Clayton just offered to have Jim climb the wall in the freezing weather to lower a rope to let them all into the prison.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Exactly doing it seriously.
The basic prison.
I mean, I'd have to have a lot of things that would keep me warm.
Clayton's just going to pat Jim on the knee and says, "I was joking."
Oh, okay. Sorry, she tuned out Renata after a while.
I mean, that does make sense.
Uh-huh.
Zeph just
Renate
reaches
pinches
over
the
and
bridge of her nose.
Brofist back, Zeph.
Gonna brofist.
Clayton's just going to...
Like, once my mind realized, like, oh, this is basically suicide mission, started tuning stuff out.
Clayton's just going to give a helpless
They
shrug.
wants to know that if
Believe
she
it?
pretends to be like, so it sounds like people in the thing are against the clan getting their shit back. So if she has permission to pretend like she's the clan, do they think they would pay more attention to her than the rest of the group? Or an affiliated.
Warren looks Mitney up, down, up, and down.
I already
not
don't
one
like the
of-
way they're looking at me.
Not one of them will believe ye.
Mm,
Right.
They wouldn't. Wow, you underestimate me. Nick.
Why rude?
Clayton's
Sorry, I'm just telling it like I see it.
Clayton's just going to say, no, I believe him. He's going to say, with sincere apologies, dwarven politics are not something that we want to trifle with.
A wise man, someone said of Clayton for possibly the first time ever.
Clayton is going to give a helpless shrug to Renata. I can pronounce her name, really. Renata.
Renata played just the bridge of her nose.
Yeah, it's
Believe it
one
or
of those-
not, I still think this is well within your capabilities, given the newspaper articles that have come out about instances that I happen to know to be your exploits.
Clayton's just going to say, oh, I totally believe we can do this. He's just going to say, it's just not easy being the brains, is it?
Again, she's still pinching the bridge of her nose.
I mean, there's a reason why I'm not.
Anyways, the prison itself, the key point you should be aware of, that central tower is a panopticon. The tower is much higher than the surroundings and allows them view of every cell in the prison when someone's up there. That tower is also the prison's administrative offices and the guard barrack. The entire tower is carved from a very large pile of rock known as the windbreak, because it is what keeps the winds from becoming brutal. Unfortunately, that is most of what I've got. The central facility is, well, central facility is your best bet. The red cells on the map are here, and she specifically points out your target cell. And of course, you see the base guard patrol room. I don't know what method is the best for you to pursue this, other than, she points out, trying to kill the prisoner is probably a bad idea. So, next point.
Clayton's just going to say, usually when they have information, it's not a good idea.
I know.
Clayton's just going to pause, and he is just going to say, by the way, this is a joke. And he's going to look at the dwarf and say, I don't suppose you have a speak with dead scroll handy, do you?
The man sighs.
Mm.
If we thought that would work, we'd have tried it.
Clayton come to much
he
the same conclusion, but he wanted to make sure that the rest of the group knew.
He does add, for the record, we've tried suggestion and it did not work. We know not why.
I can think of a few reasons, but Clayton's just going to say, okay, I have the dumbest question in the history of prison questions.
Hmm.
If she can resist suggestion, and if she's been able to steal from an entire dwarven clan, how is this prison enough to hold her?
That, Varn chuckles. She would need contacts and resources to get very far away. I don't know what resources she's got, but they're not enough to get over hundreds of miles of ice, that's for sure. And normally, the exact location of the prison is itself a bit of a secret. So, basically, if the information doesn't get out, then there's no way to bring the people in to for the breakout, and you understand.
Clayton's just gonna nod. His brain is already working overtime on this. He does not like what he sees. And Clayton's now going to look at Renata and ask the same question he asked last time, though this time perhaps a bit more delicately. All right, we've got our objective, we've got our target, and I have to ask, what is more important to the organization? He's going to look to the dwarf and say, with apologies, not to you, but to the organization. Getting this job done right, or keeping the guards alive.
This draws a careful closure of eyes from Mira. Normally, in truth, we would be willing to consider putting their lives at risk for this. There is sufficient going on here that the vault being owed a significant favor from a significant favor from the Axebreaker clan, and you being owed a significant favor from Insane would be very, very sufficiently valuable that even a more aggressive tactic might be appropriate. However, there are others in that prison that need to be kept within.
No blowing walls out, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Going full lethal is extremely not recommended.
Clayton's just going to say, I just needed to know, and I will be adjusting my plans accordingly. Clayton's just going to...
That said, anything short of lethal is fair game, especially get yourself out of there.
Clayton's just going to nod. He's not even.
I would rather you fail the mission and escape fine than risk your arrest in order to fulfill it.
Clayton's going to nod in understanding. He's glancing at the rest of the table.
Renate shrugs. I'm not particularly concerned either way, but containment first. Your survival, I guess, second. She guesses. Your success after that. Oh, and just because I care about the contiguity of the prison's security doesn't mean I give a damn about, for example, if you find any other sources of treasure within. Most likely any such treasures would be hidden within the warden's office inside the tower.
Clayton's just going to look at Jem and say, sounds like you've got your first sub-objective. Clayton's just going to look back. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I don't know what kind of treasures there would be in a prison.
Well, at the very least, there's payroll.
That's okay, but like, that's pennies.
Well,
you know,
there's whatever they took off the people who came in.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
whenever also
but those people are, but those people. Okay.
You don't know until you look.
And
I guess I just don't think a prison's gonna have much shit. I think it's a whole lot of danger with not a lot of reward, but that's just me.
Out of character.
This seems to be
wouldn't be an adventure without having some sort of treasure.
Oh, yes,
I know
absolutely.
that. Jem's being practical. It's a prison.
You never know what they smuggled on themselves to make it all the way here with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And they get caught.
And it's like, and if it's all in the warden's office, then there's just only one place we care about. which is the warden's office.
Clayton's gonna say, Jem,
What?
I appreciate your thoughts, but even the guards are smuggling shit in there for themselves. There's gonna be plenty.
Why would the guards smuggle
Because
treasure?
they need entertainment while they're fucking
Uh-huh.
stuck here.
Mhm.
Would you want to go to a place in the frozen north with not but your skivvies to your name?
Okay.
On
Okay.
the other hand, leaving them with their skivvies is certainly an option.
Okay.
Clayton's just going to look back at the door finally and say, "Now, I appreciate this is a serious task for your clan, and I'm honored that you've chosen us to do it. But I hope you know that there is no guarantee of success."
Or nods. I understand.
Clayton's just going to say, "Great. In that case, let's put together a plan that'll get you and us some of your money."
So we're going for money, not a person, after all.
Well,
We're
the
going for the-
reward is 2% of the clan's wealth.
Uh-huh.
Clayton don't give a fuck about how they get it, but that money is on his mind.
Uh-huh. That's good money.
They haven't tried any other magical way of getting through the magic lock, huh?
Oh,
Nope.
we're totally not being told something.
I know.
Absolutely not.
Question is, who's lying, for what purpose, and how can we turn it to our advantage? Clayton's just gonna look back to Renata and say, "All right, we'll each take our gem shards. We can get these out after, right?"
Right? Are we gonna be stuck with the gem shard?
Renate clarifies. The magic involved will fade on its own after about a month. There's
Oh.
no physical shard. There will be no physical shard that you need to extract or any of that.
Clayton's just gonna say, "Okay, good," and he's gonna reach out and grab one for himself.
Yes,
It literally
grab.
melts in your hand like it was some kind of chocolate sugar something.
Not an M&M though; those only melt in your mouth.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Cotton candy.
Cotton candy.
That
Cotton candy.
Clayton's just going
Okay.
to say, "All right, we'll get the rest of the details we need, and with respect, this is planning we don't want to get on any of you, so we best be left alone for a few hours."
Renate nods. My role here is done until you, except for one last detail. The shortcut to Luskin is upstairs. And then she's off. And then she's heading off around towards the back entrance, which is the only way upstairs.
Cryptic.
I find it practical.
Mm.
Clayton's just going to say, "All right, we need to get the horses stabled for an extended stay. There's no way we're going to do this in a week."
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton's going to say, "I want everyone to start getting together their gear for a cold winter excursion. We're looking at long underwear, warm clothes, potions, heating, and make sure you get receipts. We are not paying for this."
Mm.
Oh, good.
They're sending us up to the bumfuck north. We are not paying.
Uh-huh.
We're not paying for the privilege. Clayton's just gonna say,
Mira does helpfully add that the additional payout in return for the fact that, again, the Golden Vault will be owed a significant favor from Clan Axebreaker for this will be a little higher than the previous payouts, in particular due to the high risks. But this one, you will be able to get your hands on a rare magic item.
Ooh. After. Yes, after.
Ooh.
We'll never get paid up front.
No, we haven't yet. When you think, why do you think it's going to change now?
You know, I was expecting cutting conversation, but damn, Ari, I wasn't expecting that from you.
Mira
Tells
just
it like I s-
shrugs.
I tells it like I sees it.
Clayton's just going to smile at Mira and shake his head and say, "We're not holding it against you. We know how it works."
High fives,
Indeed.
Ari.
Woo.
I'm trying to remember. We had one where a uncommon equivalent favor was on a 1 arc delay. Did we?
Those were a couple of things that were difficult to come by. For example, Clayton's gunsmith request, or Clayton's smith request, etc., etc.
Right. Just going. Yeah.
Clayton's just going to say, besides, I'm pretty sure that unless the Golden Vault can get us some serious cold weather enchantments in 24 hours, it wouldn't help us much.
No.
Well, Mira pauses. The actual trip doesn't depart for a full week. You've got a few days to work. You've got a few days to work with.
Oh,
You could do a few days here and then head out to Luskin early, or you could try and ingratiate yourself with the guards or similar, or you could get more time for preparation here. For example, I've heard tell of a luxury cloak intended for dealing with the particular problems, this particular siege. That might be helpful. Not sure.
Clayton's just going to look at Zeph, and he's just going to say, I am thinking that we're probably going to want to make some friends with the other guards before we arrive. Do you think you might be able to swing something if we leave a little early?
I could try.
Mm.
I'm
Wait.
sure I could get chummy with them.
Clayton's going to look in the mirror and say, so, tell us a little more about this cloak you heard a little thing about.
Mira shrugs. I work as a city clerk. I have way less immediately accessible funds without looking suspicious than you guys by this point.
Clayton's just going to say, oh, hey, we got plenty of money. I just want to know if this is something we need to pilfer.
You need to be researching a couple of the districts You need to be researching a couple of the higher end shop districts. This is where I have to pull out the map of Waterdeep. Because I actually forget what your best bet will probably be some of the fancier parts of the castle and sea wards. Especially shops there include a fair number of luxury hawkers. I think it was a cloak. I remember that much. And for the record, this is not a canon 5e item. It is a canon 3rd edition item. Never got updated. Just because really, could we go an entire session without Neko ranting about these very specific and weird ass ways 3rd edition was better?
No.
3rd edition
No.
was not better.
Sounds sus.
3rd edition's items were.
I wouldn't know. I have no dog in this race.
Fair.
I have a dog in this race, and he had +2 collar.
Let's. was thinking.
Putting stuff in chat just because it's easier to keep track of.
Zephiel,
Yes.
give me an intelligence check because Mira's clearly working off an incomplete rumor, and you're a bard. Rumors are like
Intelligence check.
yes.
Clayton may also want to be on this, given his exact skill is rumor monger.
Mhm.
I have an intelligence save. Is there something else I need to be rolling for
If you put
intelligence
just
check?
int, I
Just
think, off
intelligence.
of your.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
on the
do that
character
then.
sheet, just roll straight in.
Oh, okay. Well, I like that one better. So.
Yes.
Yes, that's pretty good.
Okay. You think it's called the Travel Cloak, and it is currently being marketed as a luxury product by let's see. Among others, Belfor's rare and wondrous treasures in the Castle Ward
Oh boy.
on the Street of the Sword. Most of the streets of Waterdeep have dramatic names like that. It's just kind of the nature of things. Nothing to worry
Mm.
about.
Yeah.
We sure? Yeah.
I will pass this information along to Clayton
Mm-hmm.
and the others if they want to know. But I know Clayton wants to know.
Oh, Clayton
Mhm.
absolutely wants to know. But if we're
Yes.
going to go shopping, we probably want Zeph to do it since Clayton could wind up driving the
Haggling
price
for
up.
better prices.
Hell yeah.
Haggling. So yeah, if I were to, are we gonna like actively play out going there, or are we just gonna sort of hand wave it and be like, hey, did I get a good deal? I had to check for a moment to see if I was muted.
No.
Where all
I-
eyes turn to DM.
Yes, I heard you. But I.
Sorry, please repeat the question.
So are we actively gonna play out Zeph going to the place in question and trying to buy the thing, or
Let's go for partial abstraction.
okay,
Okay.
and like how would I roll trying to haggle a deal?
Step one. Let's see if there's anything else you know or can figure out about the place. If you choose to ask around, do you choose to ask around or just go straight there?
I'll probably ask around.
Give me a persuasion check, hidden difficulty class, to see if you can see if you hear anything particularly interesting.
No.
No, you don't get much of
Yeah.
use.
Apparently, her source is a friend of Renata's.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked about that. But yeah. Anyway, I guess if I'm not getting anything, are you guys sure you want me to be the one to do the deal? Because that was a shit roll. I had a really good roll, and then I had a really shit roll.
As far as we know, you're just doing fine.
Doing fine. Yep. Okay. Well,
It's
Yeah, for
I
all we
guess
know,
we'll
the
fine.
information just sitting there.
I guess
The-
we're gonna go. I guess we're gonna go for it.
The product is called Travel Cloak. There's a short stack in, apparently there's like 20 in stock. The colors are all kind of, well, frankly, kind of boring. But the advertised effects are that while worn, it will stay warm within and shed precipitation, keeping you dry from your head to your knee.
Cool.
In addition, the pockets of the cloak, one will provide basic trail rations. Another will fill any 1 quart metal flask, what is included, with cool water or sugared tea. And apparently you can make the thing pop into being a full-size tent. That's really about it.
Nice.
Okay. Cool.
Good
These
know.
run 200 gold per,
Okay.
Let me check and see how
but
much
at least
gold
that's the
I
listed
got.
price. If you want to try,
Okay.
do you want to try and haggle for a lower price?
Group discount.
Yeah,
Group
I will
discount.
try. I will try and haggle.
Discount.
I can afford it, but I'm still gonna haggle. What do I roll for that?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh boy, let's hope this one's better. That's much better.
Group discount.
You
Yay.
if the dwarven man size, I'll give you a group discount of 15% if you buy 3 or more. That would lower the cost to 170 per.
170 per. Okay.
That's pretty good.
So. Yay! I haggled successfully. So I guess we're each buying one for ourselves, because I'm not gonna be able to afford one for everybody.
No,
Oh yeah.
we probably sent you with enough money for the stated price, and we're
Yeah.
hoping for some money back.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Sounds like
Hey,
that's
At least
So
that was
each-
Mitney's plan.
So
Each person
175
who
per.
chooses to grab this cloak, it'll be 170 gold, and I will quickly build a handout for it just to
Okay. So 347 is what I am left with.
see. Okay.
Clayton is absolutely going to be spending this money on it. Clayton does not want to freeze his ass off.
Right.
Right,
And cloak was called what?
The travel cloak.
Travel cloak. Okay.
Be licked by a kitten.
Blum, 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 blum.
Oh, that reminds me.
Lem lem lem.
Consider this redeemed for everyone.
I can't reach.
Should I hydrate?
Pet your kitties.
Oh,
I'm petting Tib. He was very shocked that I was petting him.
I can't reach Rico.
Oh, thank you. I got kisses.
Oh,
I have Tibby kisses. Thank you, Tib. My sweet boy.
So basically, I've provided a loose entry for it. I can't add it as a proper compendium entry, so you'll have to manually add a line. And I could
That's
use
fine.
a minute to grab a bit of a snack. So if um,
Nah,
Yes,
good time
short break.
for
Yeah.
good time
Yeah.
for break.
Yee.
so, I will leave you with 30 inappropriate music.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure that Rin shouldn't play this.
No. I don't click on the things you put up there because I don't know what they're gonna be. So
I will
I
say that if
that
I'm
and I
linking it, it's contextually appropriate music or whatever.
Yes.
But this one's just the intermission music from Monty Python.
Uh,
in any case,
I know exactly.
I usually have music going already. So
Yeah. So I'll be back in about let's make it quarter till the hour, so 7 minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna
This is also to give Clayton / Jay a little bit more time to figure out the rough idea.
Oh, I'm so glad you think I only have just one.
Oh, I know you have. I know you have more than one. The question is, which one's your plan A? That's for you to figure out.
how
Also, be forewarned, one,
got so messed up.
that I have the PDF of Monty Python's medieval co-curricular reenactment program.
Yes.
The official Monty Python role-playing game. No, it's not.
Wonderful.
I don't know how.
Use the restroom real
thing.
fast. So I'm muted.
Okay, got so messed up. I had to move you all over slightly.
Where is my child? Oh, she's coming down the stairs. That's why.
Children. Where's my kitten? Kitten! Where did you go, kitten?
That is also a cat that should be pet. Yep.
Feel better?
A little bit.
Weirdly, I do think the Monty Python intermission music is pretty damn close to public domain.
It probably is. But I don't know. I already have music going.
This is an excellent item.
Oh, it definitely is. It's not. I'll be damned.
Okay. I am back downstairs with snack prepared.
Welcome back.
Hello, my girl. What's up, my beautiful girl? Oh, I am petting the doggy. Come,
Very
come
good.
here, my child. It's okay. I know the mouse fell and you freaked out for a second, but it's okay. I'm here, baby girl.
Oh.
Good girl. Why are you so cute?
Posts something to meme time.
You hear my cutie put cutie? No, no, no escape! Silly kitten. Boop your snoot.
Oop a snoot.
Let me boop you, child. Fine. These are my chippies. You cannot have them.
Oh. Well, I mean, I'm not that surprised. I shouldn't be that surprised. It's like Miku minds up in everything at some point, but Miku in Fortnite.
Yep.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
surprised
not
it took-
surprised.
I'm surprised it took this long.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I'm surprised about is that it took this long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Miku
person.
about to drop a Kamehameha on Darth Vader and then bust the gritty.
Mm,
Well, if you remember the meme that was going around for a while, that was the Miku Miku Beam song.
Ah,
That producer got to be chosen for the songs for Fortnite for her. So that's actually really awesome.
delightful.
The only Miku
One
concert
second.
I've ever been to was in PSO2.
Same.
One day I will attend a genuine Miku concert. One
One
day.
day. Speaking of concerts, though, I'm now very upset. I was like, oh, that's right. Fucking Ninja Six Party is actually on tour finally, like a proper tour this time. Go to check out and see what date the Portland show is. Already fucking sold out. It's
Of
in
course.
July.
Not surprising.
No, but still, I wanted to see Danny.
Ganda.
Anything you do find now, people will be charging up the ass for it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Accursed scalpers.
Yes.
I would say a lot of that was scalpers.
Almost certainly.
All right, thank you for your patience. Family just arrived back, so I have to.
Understandable.
Yep, I had to quickly adjust for that. Oh well. Apparently, the first playoff game of the season is not going particularly. Holy crap! That is that. Oh wait, no. Oh, that was in fact a complete and utter rout. Ooch. Anyways, so I would like for you guys to discuss plans a little bit, knowing that you're starting on limited info, and determine what kind of preparations you want to arrange. Remember, your goal is not necessarily to break the prisoner loose, but to get the information one way or another.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know that enchantment spells failed to work. You know that Varn thinks that killing her and using Speak with Dead wouldn't work. And for those of you who choose to look into it, his reputation is pretty thoroughly unimpeachable. There is no sign of him being a shady actor himself.
Oh, if he was a shady actor, he wouldn't be turning to the Golden Vault.
Exactly.
No, Clayton is pretty sure that they're not going to get too much more from Varen. So, do we have everyone back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never left.
Surprise.
Okay, everyone, let's get a nice circle around these tables. Jam, get your butt over here next to me.
What? Okay.
Sorry, Mira, we're cutting you out of this one.
We're moving tables. That's right.
Nero nods an understanding.
At all.
Clayton is going to order a plate of very greasy appetizers and drinks for the whole table, however.
Oh, yeah.
Food.
Nice.
Thank you, sir.
Nom nom.
Meat.
Look, we can have chicken wings, but if you want more, you're paying for it.
Come. Let me pet you. My soft baby.
Clayton, so
She's been so cute today.
she's a kitten. It's kind of in her job description.
Mm-hmm.
She is. I had a really tough time sleeping last night because we lost power, so I couldn't put my CPAP on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm working up basically every hour on the hour. And
That is
she's
not
curled
great.
up with me under the covers, and just like my snuggle baby over there. And all I can think is like going, I can't believe I have a cat. I am a pet owner again after so many years. And she loves me.
Nice.
Or at least as much as any kitty can love a person.
They do love.
They love their humans. Yeah, I'm actually impressed that it's only been like a few months and I have Promi like coming and just chilling on my chest in bed. And like sleeping on my legs and
Like, she did that at the beginning. She doesn't do it anymore because she's, a strong, independent woman. But now when it's December or January, then she's like, no, I'm going to be undercover with mom.
Yeah.
it's like Promi is a lot older than when we got our other cats. So like he hasn't been with us since he was like 8 weeks old, like Rue, or like even earlier for the twins. So it's kind of it's just kind of amazing that he has warmed up to us so quickly. Especially considering we don't know how long he was out there as a stray. Like he could have been a stray for a lot longer and we just wouldn't have known. So I'm just very, very fortunate that he has warmed up to us very quickly and has become my son. Another of my sons.
All right. So we have a planning phase.
Yeah.
With food ordered, Clayton is just going to put his elbows on the table, look at Jem and say, now, before we get started, I just want to address the bugbear in the room and say, I'm with Jem on this. This smells terrible.
Yeah. Of course it smells terrible.
Prisons usually do.
I mean, I wouldn't say I have any experience with that, but I'm going to take your word for it.
Clayton's just going to say now, we've kind of been voluntold this, but as far as I'm aware, this is still a volunteer thing. We can back out if we want. Does anyone have any serious issues with this? Because the pay is going to be dynamite.
I mean, I got nothing else better to do.
I mean, we are allowed to back out if things get too hairy.
Yeah. They did make a point to say that us getting out alive is top priority.
Though, I will say this with a pointed look in a certain someone's direction. I don't know entirely what a certain someone's bar for too hairy is anymore, considering he scared the shit out of me during one of our earlier missions. So I'm gonna think.
Smile at Ari, and he's just gonna say, "Well, I'm glad you've gotten over the fact that you dreamed that I got chainsawed."
Sorry, that scared me multiple times, and if you continue to do that, I am going to take this entire mug of ale and dump it down your goddamn pants.
That's a waste.
Fine, I'll drink to the salsa then.
Clayton's just gonna say, "All right, all that withstanding, we're in on this then."
Yeah, we're in.
I guess.
It's gonna say.
But I want someone else to be the arbiter of too hairy, please.
Clayton's just gonna look to me and say, "Well, as the dwarf, you do have the distinction of being the arbiter on all things hair related."
And for the kids too. Sorry.
Apples into a mug.
Clayton's just gonna hold out his hand for the map, and he's just gonna say, "This is a decent map, but I trust it about as far as I can throw it."
Trust is about as far as we can see it. Yep.
Clayton's just gonna pick at the back of his hand and say, and given that it's kind of in my hand now,
we can't even throw it.
Clayton's just gonna say, our first order of business is we're gonna need to get our intel sorted before we do anything. That means the first couple days there, we're going to be good little employees and do our jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir, Clayton, sir.
Mhm.
Clayton's just gonna say, I want you all to. He's going to pause, backtrack, and say, wait, are we all going as guards? Have we decided on that?
Mitney kind of wanted to go as someone with access to the food.
I was
Mhm.
gonna say,
Well, people going as cooks would be useful for that. And those are the options that are directly joining this trip. Though you might be able to
Mhm.
flim-flam your way into an alternate position.
I was gonna ask, would there be any benefit to having one of us pose as a prisoner?
Not really.
No.
They
Clayton,
did kind of
Limits movement.
very limited movement. They did kind of say, please try to avoid getting arrested. And I think
Okay.
I don't know if real fake arrested and real arrested are about the same level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
plus, we may or may not need to do a jailbreak. We probably don't want to have to play on 2.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Clayton's just going to look at Mitney and say, all right, if you go in with the food, he's just going to glance at Jem and Ari. Just going to say,
What do we do?
do either of you want to go in for food rather than guarding? He's just going to glance at Archivist and Zeph and say, with respect to both of you, I think you're going to be better used outside of the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Agreed.
Glancing between Ari and Jem now. Do either of you have any problem going as a guard?
Waits for both of their answers.
I'm thinking.
Yes, we can see the smoke.
Jesus, really?
You're the one who said you had no intelligence score.
You're going to get
I have
yourself
a
dragged.
low one.
You're gonna
I have a +0.
You're gonna get yourself dragged behind the cart at this point.
What makes you think I
The
haven't
plus
already?
zero is
Still
plus
listening,
zero
but
is
need a
actually
quick
dead
minute.
ass average. That is in fact standard peasant. Int.
I'm not smart enough for half the world to be dumber than me.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton's just gonna fix his glance at Ari now.
I don't think I'd make a very
I
good
think-
guard, honestly.
I think I'd be better off as a guard.
Yeah, I think Jim would make a good guard. I wouldn't.
Clayton's just gonna say, "Great,
Mm.
you're gonna be cooking for us then."
Awesome.
Pat Ari on the back, grab him by the shoulder, and drag him around the table to Mitney.
Hi. What? Ow.
You and me are now on a team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's great. You
Team
didn't have to
cook.
drag me over there. I have perfectly capable feet. Thanks, Clayton.
Well, given that you hadn't left the other table.
Oh, I mean, that was more Rin not paying attention.
Mm.
I didn't even do my math homework today. My brain is still fried.
Clayton's just gonna point at Mitney and Ari. Just gonna say, "All right, you two are going to be in the enviable position of being our sources that everyone wants to talk to for more opportunities for food."
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton's just gonna look at Mitney pointedly. Ari can cook, but I recommend not letting him improvise.
I don't improvise when I'm cooking. Okay, well, I improvise if we're low on things. If we have the stock, I'm not gonna improvise. I know better than that.
See, Mitney was planning on bringing some, dwarf spices that are not great to most other races on purpose. As part of, shits, what are we doing here?
Playing shitstorm. I understand.
Yep.
Now that's a type of, improvising I think I can get behind.
Thus, everyone really wants to keep their cloaks.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton's gonna make a note to check the warranty to see whether or not this protects against smells. Since we've got latrine buckets, the stink bomb plan is less likely to work.
Yeah.
Clayton's gonna look at between Jem, Zeph, and Archie. Just gonna say, all right, us four are gonna have to find a way to get close to prisoner 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Clayton's just gonna look across the table to Zeph and say, you, however, our darling social butterfly, are going to have the unenviable job of making friends with everyone.
Oh, goody. It's fine, I can do it.
Clayton's gonna say, for what it's worth, I do believe in you. That said,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna look between everyone and say, we are going to be doing lessons on card games because there's not gonna be much to do in our downtime up there.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like fun.
Clayton's just gonna look at Jem and say, I encourage learning to cheat so that we can get guards to owe us debts.
I like that plan. That's a good plan.
Uh-huh.
Dumb question, Inc. Can we pull the map up into a layer so I can point out on it?
Sure, give me a quick minute to prep that. Okay, let's see. Gotta pull up the correct. Okay, if it'll.
Yeah, I pulled it up and realized, wait, I can't ping on this.
Almost gotta give me a.
There we go. 160 feet, hell of a fall.
So.
All right. Clayton's just going to point over to the kitchen first, and he's going to look at Mitney and Ari. I'm going to say, you two are not going to have much more opportunity to explore than right over here. So, the kitchen, whatever's over here in these rooms across from the kitchen, and the mess hall is going to be exclusively yours.
Mm-hmm.
If you need our help, you're going to have to get us during break times and let us know. And it's going to be very limited communications, minus whatever Jem can provide for us.
Didn't we get
We got link pearls, but how much opportunity are we going to have to use them?
This is true, yeah. You might just get a lot of, dwarvish cursing.
he's going to give an apologetic smile to Mitney then, and he's just going to say, I'm afraid I don't really have an idea of how to use your particular set of skills in this particular instance. I hope you have a plan. Is Mitney thinking, or are we leaving that one in the air?
Mitney's thinking. Like, Mitney's mostly thinking, like, well, we can always, give, Operation Shitstorm. Gets the warden out of the way.
Operation Shitstorm is always a good plan B.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably going to start playing up I speak lots of Dwarvish. Maybe little common.
No soup for you?
No soup.
You want talk?
No soup for you.
You want talk? You talk him. Points at Ari.
Clayton's just going to nod in understanding of these facts, and he's going to look to Ari, and he's just going to say, all right, so I'm afraid I don't expect to see much use for gunslinging in a kitchen.
No, but that's why I have other skills. I'm not saying they're great skills in comparison to my gunslinging, but they're skills.
Clayton's just going to bite his thumb real quick.
Shut up! I've kept you alive this long, haven't I?
You had a note that you had trouble with that.
Why? Why must you make everything so difficult? I'm not the problem here.
Clayton's just going to chuckle wryly, and he's just going to say, unfortunately, that means that you two are largely going to be winging your jobs until we have a better idea of what we're doing. That means the first week is going to be very unexciting for all of us.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton's just going to say, we're going to need a signal in case you guys get any good information. Likewise, we'll need a signal if any of us on Team Guard get any good information.
And this is where I'm going to have to figure out how to keep the pace up, because so we don't have to
honestly, some of it's going to be very boring.
Yeah.
Clayton's just going to look next to him to Jem then, say, you and I are basically our best approximations of thieves. It's just going to say, so it's going to be our job to look for vulnerabilities in this place's security. It's just going to say, I want you to look around when we get there, and while you're doing your job that first week, we need to find anything we can use, be it explosive, spider climby, or otherwise, to use to our advantage. It's just going to say, do you have any concerns that we need to know about, aside from the fact that this is a total shit show?
Total shit show.
Just, total shit show.
Lightly prods Jem.
This seems to be the consensus here. It's gonna be a shit show.
Definitely a shit show.
Tess, are you here or are you AFK?
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. I've just been listening to all of you talk about the shit show.
Yeah, I believe Jay was gently prodding you.
Clayton asked if you have any particular concerns outside of the fact that we don't have nearly enough to go on for this.
Yeah, but no. I mean, as long that's the main point. Like going, smells fishy.
I smelled brothels that smell worse, better than this.
Mm.
Yep. Oh, that's.
Couldn't be me.
Clayton's just gonna sigh and smile. Say, right, so that's our role for the first week. He's just gonna look across the
Yeah.
table to Zeph. He's just gonna say, we have no idea how long some of these guards have been here, but from the impression I get, none of them are really gonna be old hands aside from the warden.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
If the good spells didn't cost so damn much.
Clayton's gonna say,
A whole slew of invisibility potions would be lovely.
well, right up until we get to the anti-magic fields.
Yeah.
Oh. Anti-magic fields. This is a shit show.
It
Yeah.
sure is.
Uh-huh.
Clayton's gonna say, all right, so Zeph, we're gonna need you to try and get close to the warden. I ideally would like to do it myself, but we all know that you're gonna be better at it than I
Yeah, at least you can admit it.
am. Love you too. Clayton's just gonna look to Archivist.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna say, so you're kind of the wild card in this whole plan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose you have any thoughts?
Well, if well, since we're going to take the first week to just get the lay of the land, that's actually useful since I remember things very well. So
Clayton's just gonna
I
say,
can, yeah. So if we bring paper, I can make a map of our own.
Clayton's going to say, I'm so glad you said that. That said, I did have a thought that we might want to start a couple of rumors in this place. I feel like we may have discussed this before. Maybe I was just dreaming. But if we could perhaps get prisoners and guards thinking the halls suddenly started being haunted.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds pretty complicated.
No, not really.
No, not really. Just, you
Not
know.
really.
In places like that, that shit is super easy to get away with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Especially since we have a seventh party member who can appear and disappear.
Mhm.
I
Smooth.
acquiesce to your knowledge on the matter.
Mm.
Smoothie could make the place haunted real fast.
A place
Uh-huh.
that old, that big, and that far out of the way from civilization. Oh yeah, I would be shocked if people didn't already think it was haunted as fuck.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like,
Probably is
shouldn't
haunted.
they already have those? We shouldn't have to make one up for them.
We shouldn't have to make one up, but being able to control one is a distinct advantage.
Mhm.
Also, it's a good time to get more noisy about it.
To that end, I'm going to
Should-
want you and your partner to make discreet appearances in places you shouldn't, and then
Mhm.
disappear just as quickly. Think you can manage that?
Yeah. Easily.
Clayton's just going to smile and point to the center of the map, the big tower. Those of us on Team Guard are going to be using the tower as our base of operations. The barracks are on the first level, at least if the information we have is to be believed. So it's going to be to our advantage to try and get as many of us in, let's say, advantageous assignments as possible. If we can get someone on observation duty on the roof, difficult, but we can then have a lot more freedom to move.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to pause, look at Zeph, and say, "Something tells me we're going to be relying on you a lot."
Because I got the magic talkie stick.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton's just going to drag his finger around the map.
Paper.
He's thinking.
My little paper box isn't going to do as much good as it.
Oh, your paper box will actually be able to do a good amount of work here, but we can't rely on it being very timely.
Mm.
We're going to be spread out.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I thought it would be useful. But I guess
Oh,
we have a magic talking stick instead. We don't need it anymore.
It's
It
still
is me.
very
It's
useful.
me. I am the magic talking stick.
Yeah. Less a magic talkie stick, more a magic bard who's going to be using a silver tongue.
Mm.
Magic talkie stick is more fun to say.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton's just going to pause and drag his finger over the storage. And he's going to say, "Something tells me we're going to want to get an intimate knowledge of what's in here."
Mm-hmm.
And if we want to have our best chance at useful loot, we're going to want to be exploring the armory as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how easy that's going to be to wrangle, though.
Mm. Should need organizing.
The armor, probably the
so-
best way to get into the armory is the little yellow dots are the guard path, right?
Correct.
Mhm.
So it'd either be jumping the guard just as he's entering,
Or being the guard assigned to it.
Mhm.
or being the guard assigned. Yeah.
Yeah. Just get a sign there.
Surveillance is in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton's just going to move his finger up to the courtyard. He's just going to say, our best bet to do anything with Prisoner 13 is going to be in here. Just going to say, especially since we don't have to worry about the anti-magic fields over here.
Is there anti-magic field in the hospital?
Clayton's going to pause and... I don't think so, but let's assume otherwise. Clayton's just going to say, it's probably better if we plan for the worst case contingency.
Well, I just figured the courtyard has a guard tower right there. We'd probably be easily spotted if we went there to get 13 to talk. The hospital is closer, and if we can get, and there are lots of tools at our disposal to get people to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Shifty eyes.
Drawn with dwarf cooking now.
Clayton's just gonna look at Mitney and say, remember, our target appears to be a dwarf, so I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah.
No,
Well-
I have to do some of my improvisation to do that, to get them there, and I don't know if I'll be able to.
What, to get them to the hospital?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Clayton's just gonna...
I mean, I trust you guys to know what you're doing.
I'm so glad you think that.
We've survived this long.
Mm-hmm.
All eyes turn to Clayton. What?
That.
Clayton's gonna shake his head and say, but the problem is, we're not going to be able to reliably get our target sick to get into the hospital. Unless we can smuggle in a poison that even a dwarf doesn't have a good resistance to.
I mean, he could get into a fight with one of us as a guard.
There is that. There are other ways to get into the hospital.
We could even convince another prisoner to possibly pick the fight rather than us.
Mhm.
Clayton's
Hey,
not
I heard that prisoner 13 was talking shit.
Prisoner 5 was saying
Oh,
shit, bro.
dear.
Clayton's a little worried about about encouraging people here to pick fights because the kind of people who are here are probably the ones who eat faces.
Mm-hmm.
Reason to get another guy. Well, especially if we're putting on the rumors of the ghost. Maybe we could just say prisoner 13 said X about this person, that he was a coward because he wouldn't be able to handle the ghost or something like that. Get the guy all riled up so that way he would risk it to deck prisoner 13. And then we'll take care of him in the hospital.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Ink. We'll have to handwave verifying this, but almost all the cells are occupied. Yes, it's a busy prison.
It is. The prison's primary capacity is 48 prisoners, and you have reason to believe that with there being able to be multiple prisoners in a single cell in some cases, and you know that it is probably around half capacity.
All right, so
in particular, if you were to poke through some newspaper sources or similar, you probably figure out that usually Waterdeep alone, though Waterdeep is one of the biggest cities, usually sends in about 3 people per year, and a couple people come out, each year. So
my big thought is, why the heck is she here? It still bugs me that someone who can resist suggestion so easily and has stolen an entire clan's worth of wealth is locked up like this.
They know something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They're bribing another city-state to keep them in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If they're outside, they're dead. So they stay inside.
But at the same point, they want to be free, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it sounds like wants to be free, but needs to be free somewhere that they can't be gotten to. So they were unable to get any further away than this.
Maybe this was not the
maybe.
Retirement they were hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is the retirement they were hoping for. 3 hots and a cot isn't bad if you're safe.
No,
Even if it's the
but
middle
you
of
know, a
frigid nowhere.
beach is a hell of a lot better than the frozen prison. Just saying. Especially with all that money.
I mean, you're not wrong, but it's a lot easier to get to a beach than a frozen prison.
Only if they know
I'm
where the
noting
beach. Only if they know where the beach is.
Depends
There are
on the
lots of uncharted
beach,
islands.
too.
You also have to worry about what's already on the Uncharted Island in D&D.
Mm.
That's very true.
I mean, that's valid.
You also gotta worry about, is the beach on the material plane?
I don't know. I just think that there are
Yeah.
probably other options. This option does not seem like it was their choice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who's their backer?
Especially if they want to actually get out.
Yeah.
Well, we're not exactly dealing with a whole host of information.
No, this is
Until
all pure speculation.
Yeah, until we get to the prison, we're not going to be able to put together a good plan.
No.
Does anyone have any
Okay.
thoughts that we need to bear in mind with what little we have?
Mm.
I need to know more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that they're not telling us.
Yeah.
I don't like that they don't know enough to tell us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
I want to know how many people have tried this before us.
That's a good question.
Clayton's just going to shake his head and say, no, this strikes me as probably the first foray. If this was a second or
Then
third,
they're really gambling with us, aren't they?
if this was a second or third attempt, we would know it, because a prison like this would be hardened after a failed attempt.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Valid.
I mean, they did say, you know, our reputation is growing.
Is
So,
it though?
Yeah?
I don't know. I feel like they just talk us up.
Yeah, it's just a little column
It's one of those things where we're not going to end up recognized on the street purposefully in a good way. But the people who need the help will know about us.
We are leaving calling cards, and we are.
Yes, I know. I'm the one who leaves them.
And we are making it a point to not show our faces, except for some reason Clayton keeps doing stupid shit like taunting people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Clayton.
At some point, we're going to have to change his face, aren't we?
At some point, Clayton's just going to have to keep using disguise self.
Yeah.
Or a hat of disguise or something.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get one of those for yourself.
I think I
if
have
we
one,
complete
actually.
this.
I think I should put it on Clayton.
That's a good idea. You should do that.
Yes, I have hat of disguise. I will totally just shove it on his head.
I mean, I have a
And then
disguise. I also
is-
have a disguise kit, so I mean, if you need
Is-
a disguise, I got you.
Is Clayton gonna be doing guard work or kitchen work?
Oh, Clayton's doing guard work.
Okay, then
Do
yeah,
you
hat.
really want Clayton near the kitchen?
No, I don't. Hat and then helmet on top of hat.
Mm-hmm.
That will give me an opportunity to do a good dramatic unmasking.
Oh, good lord, Clayton.
Clayton!
Dear gods.
Swear to God, it's like trying to wrangle a cat.
No, it's not. He just has a flair for the dramatic, and this is not the time for it.
I don't know. I find cats are easier.
Right?
Out of
Clayton's
character,
roll
he
his
is absolutely becoming the Nate Ford of this lot.
Look,
Probably.
we can discuss the clown makeup and honking nose later. At this point, I think we all agree that we need to get in there. We've got, based on what we know, we've got about a month. I wanted to spend the first week doing everything by the book and trying to get information. And he's just gonna look around the table and say,
This means, okay, so Mitney's updated shopping list is to get things that will still hold but are definitely seen as treats.
Yes.
Oh, and the more food we can get in, the more friends we're gonna make. I don't think anyone here has an illusion about kitchen food at a prison being good.
No.
Nope.
Mitney will give Ari a shopping list.
I love that we overheard Mason yelling in disagreement with my observation.
No, he's talking to the cat.
I heard that one. That's definitely the cat.
So, we have 2 shopping lists. Does anyone else want to put forward something we should be planning on bringing outside of our usual gear?
I can't think of anything. But that might also just be the player.
Give a floppy baby on top of her daddy.
No.
And she fell off.
Poor Tommy.
There was one point where she flopped so hard in his arms, she literally slid off of him.
Oh, baby.
As guards, we are going to be allowed to bring things like a guitar, cards, personal accoutrements to keep ourselves happy, etc., etc.
I mean, I have a lute and I have bagpipes.
I just feel like you can
You
pull up
also have a deck of fuzzy creatures.
I do.
I get the
You
feeling
do.
you pull out the bagpipes in the prison, they may send you to torture prison.
Do the guards have
I
quarters?
wonder if prisoner 13 will open up if I say, "Hey, you want to see my weasel?"
The guards have barracks, which are on the first level of the central tower.
Guards have barracks. What are the barracks like?
We don't know. All we know is that there are barracks. If you look,
Looks like it's one room with stairs in the center.
yeah, I'm assuming that there are cots all around this chamber.
No privacy. It looks like.
Nope. We want privacy. We gotta find a closet.
You gotta go find as private of a privy as you can.
What about those council rooms? What are those?
Big important people room.
Yeah, those are the
People actually in there?
Yeah. You know,
When?
We never did ask, but those are for the people who are like doing parole board shit, VIPs.
Mm-hmm.
Are they always there, or do they come and go?
That's something we need to figure out.
Yeah.
Ink, do we have any information on that?
Sorry, repeat.
The counselors, are they always there, or
Do they come and go?
The counselors come and go. There was 10 now, more recently 11 counselors, but it's almost never that all of them are there. The most recent attempt to get the prisoner loose, only 5 counselors were present for the vote.
Yes.
So we can count on a couple counselors being present, but not all of them.
Yes.
Cool.
You can
What
also
is
count
this-
on them knowing each other, by the way.
Cool. What's in the counselor rooms?
Well, you know what? They're capable of staying there. And
So there
you
are
know that
beds.
there's at least beds.
Okay.
You know what? They're pretty Spartan because the counselors don't exactly want to stick around for long.
That's okay. Good to know.
Good to know that is a space where we can get in there, right, without suspicion.
I'm sorry, I'm being logical. Guards work at a place where it's really cold. If there are male and female guards, some of them are going to sneak into those rooms to have sex.
Absolutely.
Quite possibly.
Oh, not even necessary.
Well,
No.
you know, it won't be in the barracks. But
No one really wants to do that in the privy, and
Yeah.
they will chase people out of the
No.
kitchens.
Yeah.
yeah, so it's gonna be whichever counselors aren't there because they're extra beds.
Yeah.
Let's just not tell the counselors, obviously.
No.
Uh-huh.
No, that
No,
means we have
none
to
of-
clean up after ourselves.
Yeah.
Where there is a will, there is a way to have sex.
I'm just saying. I'm not even talking about.
It's absolutely good thinking, and we should definitely have someone keeping an eye on which rooms are open and which ones are occupied.
Yeah, because it's something that the guards are likely to do.
Yeah. And given its proximity for the kitchen, that's actually a good idea for Mitney and Ari to keep an eye on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because if nothing, if worst comes to worst, we need to know which ones are unoccupied.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, if worst comes to worst, we want to know which ones are occupied with hostages, but...
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I didn't say that out loud.
Yeah.
You did.
Unoccupied.
Yeah, you did. We're all friends here.
Mhm.
Unoccupied is good for maybe passing information.
Mm-hmm. Leaving little notes, maybe.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the absolute worst case, I'm assuming the cooks are also the bus staff. Cleaning the kitchen, the mess hall.
I'd assume that the prisoners are being used as manual labor.
That's a good point. Are the prisoners being used as janitorial?
You don't know, but it's reasonable to suspect.
Okay. Which means we could put horrible messages on Prisoner 13's food. I mean, what?
Yeah, our current planning phase is not going to amount to much. We just don't have enough information.
Mm-hmm.
Our current first week plan is we're going to assume that we make contact with prisoner 13 in the courtyard or in the hospital. We want to investigate the storage room and the armory.
We need to find out if the kitchen staff is what those tiny rooms are, or if we're in the barracks.
Yeah. The meeting room might also be a good place to meet up, but that's going to depend a lot on who can be where.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I need to ask who the hell gets this guard tower. This is the only one that's not attached to the facility.
The guards that piss off the warden.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it strikes me as a rather bizarre omission.
Clearly, someone has to trek through it unpleasantly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's that little door to it, and there's the path.
Door
Looks like it's got stairs.
or a ladder, yeah.
Yeah, ladder. The same word in Spanish for both, sorry. I do that a lot where they're like going, it's a ladder, not stairs. I'm like, it's the same fucking word in Spanish, it doesn't matter.
It is go uppy stuffy things.
Uh-huh.
Uppy and downy.
So clearly we gotta shove someone down the ladder.
There we go.
What's another one that I get yelled at a lot for? Oh, ground and floor. It's the same fucking word in Spanish. I don't care. Like going, it's outside, it's the ground. I'm like going, I don't give a fuck. I have piso regardless of where it is.
It also gets used pretty interchangeably in English, really, so.
But people have corrected me constantly for that one in English.
That's gross.
They're being fucking pedantic.
I guess so. Oh, I have a baby.
A fluffy baby.
All is right with the world now. I pet the kitten. Oh. My world is at peace. I have a kitten. Oh, she's so soft and warm.
One thing I will say for certain, though, is that given the remoteness of this area, Clayton actually probably won't have much trouble setting up a lab in the storage room under the auspices of making a still.
Second.
Toilet wine.
Toilet wine.
Toilet wine.
And, where?
The storage area. The big, wide open...
Oh, the big, wide open storage area over there.
Yeah, he can almost certainly squirrel away in a corner to make a still behind some crates and use it as a lab area.
I mean, I guess if all else fails, we need to squirrel 13 away. And just stuff him in that isolated guard tower. I know it's not high tech, but it just looks high tech because of the way it's done.
Yeah.
The way it's all designed, it all looks so high tech.
It does.
It's blue.
Blueprints make a very fancy looking
Yeah.
out of stone and concrete.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the same prison from the movie?
Yes, it is.
Excellent.
We know which. So we know which 5 counselors were there.
We know which
for the
5
last
counselors.
breakout.
Yeah. Well, and the meeting room is probably where, the window is, or where the window was.
Uh-huh. Actually, I think that one would be,
Oh, no, it's a trial.
Second level.
Yeah,
it's
I think so.
It was the trial room. So the window was right there.
Yeah.
Jonathan! Sorry.
Yes.
My woman has 2 fucking lines in that movie, and they're executed perfectly.
Uh-huh.
Like, I hate this place.
It's a very foreboding scenario, I will say, and I
Like, I don't like this. I'm literally looking at everyone. I'm looking at this map. I'm like, I don't like this. It looks cold. Like, I really
It is
do not
cold.
want to go
That's
here.
because it is cold.
I really don't want to go here.
Just remember, we're getting 2% of a dwarven clan's wealth.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that? I don't believe them.
I believe them. I'm just wondering how much it ails.
Yeah, because 2% of like, depending on how much that person is sold. Yeah, that's the big one.
Maybe I just don't. I trust Meatnip, but I don't know. Dwarven politics are suspicious as fuck.
Anyone
You
who's
will
played
note that
Dragon Age
Clayton
Origins
said
knows
he didn't
that.
want to get any of it on him.
What?
Anyone who plays.
Sorry, I
Dragon
couldn't hear you.
Oh, I was just saying, anyone who plays Dragon Age Origins knows that Dwarven politics suck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Clayton did make a point about
That's just politics in
I mean, that-
general.
That's true.
What were you saying, Jay?
Clayton not wanting to get any dwarven politics on him.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
Neither. Oh, dang.
Also,
Yeah.
Jake did not know what movie you were talking about.
Oh, the D&D movie.
The D&D movie.
Yeah, Jay hasn't seen it.
Jay should definitely fucking see it.
We gotta get you to see that.
What have you? No, Jay. What? That should totally have been on your radar.
It should have been, but Jay does not have the luxury of going out to public movies.
You don't have to go to public movie to see it. I saw it on fucking the stream.
Yeah, it's got a stream now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we have our shopping lists. We have the modicum of a start of a plan.
Oh my god, I'm gonna look. I'll be covered in furs and scarves. I'm gonna look like a burrito.
I'm pretty sure that by the time we all get our uniforms, we're all going to look like Cossacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Bless you.
So, do we have?
There's gonna be a lot of that too when we get there, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Do we have anything we need to do before we say let's go for our first week to get more information?
I don't think so.
Well, this is why we're checking at the table.
I've got my shopping list.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should mix it up and get other things that other people are allergic to.
I mean, we could just grab a handful of known allergens and
Yeah,
fucking see
I'm just
what
gonna
happens.
grab a handful of known allergens and throw that into my shopping list.
Yeah, there we go.
And if we really want to piss off Prisoner 13, we could bring some elven food.
There we go. I'm gonna show some Lumbus now.
Ooh.
They're gonna end up with
Alright.
mess on their plate half in 2 days.
I will say
Oh dear.
we only got about 15 more minutes left anyway, so
Mhm.
if we do want to go ahead and wrap it up.
That's probably for the best. Yes, I was about to
Yes.
make the.
Yeah, our goal next week is going to be to let Inc. decide what we're going to figure out in that first week. I've given reasonable thought to what everyone is going to be doing, though if anyone has any other thoughts, I would encourage them to say something.
I don't have any other thoughts at this point now.
I will say that using the Discord channel to talk shop, if you fire questions my way, and there are things I think you might be able to reasonably get sources on, I will answer over the week. So you can use that to enhance your plotting. Similarly, if you can start building up a list of what you're getting your hands on, that's good. We'll see what trying to negotiate your way to expense reporting could be interesting.
Oh, Clayton is absolutely ordering everyone to keep their receipts on anything they buy.
Absolutely.
Yep, and be aware that I will probably favor a more picked up pace. I already have multiple custom complications in place.
Well,
to
the
make
whole,
things.
the whole issue is right now we're operating with so little information. So once we have that first week under our characters' belts and have more information, we should move a lot quicker.
Yep.
Or just good, high quality dried fruit. Let me edit that.
Mm-hmm.
Dried fruit. Can you make booze from dried fruit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, as long,
actually.
yeah, it'll still
Fine,
ferment.
more fruit.
Yeah, you can also actually make
You can
bread
make booze from
off
almost
of-
fucking anything here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just
You can also make
Honey.
bread off of dried fruit.
Doesn't necessarily
when
taste
there is
good,
with enough
but-
yeast.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm just pondering the fermentation process off of dried fruit.
Dobby. Probably actually going to be sweeter because it's dried.
Certainly possible.
Hi. Here's my good girl. Hello, my good girl.
So yeah, Clayton is
Yeah,
either
you make honey wine with dried fruit.
Clayton is either going to be
Mhm.
the most popular person there or the least popular for the warden.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he's
Mhm.
going to be basically bringing stuff to make us.
¿Por qué no los dos?
It's gonna be why not both?
Uh-huh.
¿Por qué no lo son?
Because what's popular with the warden probably isn't popular with the rest of the.
Uh-huh.
And what's
And
popular
vice versa.
with cards.
What's unpopular with the warden is a solid chance it's popular with the guards.
You could also make a little snack known as brandied dry fruit. You put all the ingredients into a glass jar and let it sit for a week, and then you have a nice little boozy treat.
That's what I'm
Love
hearing
that
is in
for
glass
us.
jars.
Yes, glass jars would be good.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? All my snacks need to come in glass jars.
There you go.
Oh, all of us are bringing a bunch of glass jars of stuff.
We're gonna need We're gonna need them for Molotov cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
That too.
What?
That too.
Chaos.
Chaos.
Look, one of the last things we did, I wrote a freaking giant skeleton outside of a gambling
Uh-huh.
of a casino.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what the fuck we're gonna end up doing?
Indeed. Jack Stranger of Paradise voice.
I know one thing we probably won't be
Chaos.
doing is grabbing a counselor and diving out a window.
Yeah.
We just need to find out if the winged one's there again.
No, I don't think that. Yeah. I don't
No.
think that trick can be.
She's been
pulled
doing
off
it all
twice.
day.
Are adorable. I love you. Stop being cute.
What did she just do to it?
You on my monitor.
We have her. We took her to the vet the other day. At the end, at December 31st, we took her to the vet, and we put her in her carrier. And then after we got back, we put the carrier on top of the table next to us. I had put in some treats in there earlier to calm her down, but she didn't eat them because she was stressed. But then she smelled them eventually and hopped back in, found them, ate them, and now she keeps hopping into the carrier, which is open on the top right now. Constantly. And then it's just tall enough that only her eyes peek out of the top when she's sitting up.
Wonderful.
So it's like her nose is half hidden by the edge of the thing, and it's just her eyeballs and her ears. So she's like constantly peeking over the edge of it, looking at us. And that's why Mason's like going, "Oh my fucking god, stop being cute."
What a silly baby.
Silly.
And she'll sit there and she'll loaf and stare at us through the netting, like through the mesh. And I'm just like going, "You hated that thing. You're probably gonna hate it again when I close the top on you one day."
Mm-hmm.
Cats, man.
But whatever. She's enjoying it now. That's what matters to me. It's
Yes.
a box.
Yeah.
Like, but basically, it's functioning as a box right now.
Yes, exactly. Oh god, I didn't even do anything today. Why am I so tired? I even napped. Why am I so tired? Screams.
I'm gonna try to.
Tired. So
I'm
tired
all the time.
All the time.
I'm finally. I caught up on some
like a
sleep.
man.
I'm hoping to catch up on the rest of it now.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and raid Minty. Go say hi.
I'm just playing my game long enough to age up my son so I can rename him.
I'm going
because
to.
the game
Yeah.
fucking renamed my kid.
That's so fucking weird that the game renamed your kid after you chose a name for him.
So
Same as me.
what's going on is I think it's a and the mod got updated earlier today.
Oh.
Mm.
So whenever it goes, whenever it's just, yeah, I don't know.
Alright.
I downloaded the update, so
Like going
I
Google.
will.
I love you, Google. Chill your face. I've got 5 gigabytes left.
Mm.
Chill your fucking face.
Right.
Alright, anyway, yeah, I'm gonna raid Minty. I should hopefully be around on Wednesday for art stream. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But I will definitely be doing Friday 14
I
stream.
am streaming tomorrow,
Geese.
and we will be finding out who the Gen 4 pain is.
And I need to start gathering maps. I have not done that yet this week.
Yeah, you should do that.
I'm gonna be streaming Rebirth on Thursday again.
Mm-hmm.
Huzzah.
Yay.
Oh
Well,
boy.
thank you everyone who joined us tonight. I love you all so much.
Love
Tala,
you,
where are
babe.
you? Tala.
Raid! Thank you so much for the raid, welcome in. How was your stream?